come with us.
Yes.
That's all.
So they have a weekly meeting
Weekly meeting, yeah,
every
exactly. Every
Sunday,
Sunday.
and the meeting is free of
Very
charge,
free of charge.
and you can join them whenever you want. And so, smart listener, Smart Up Your Life is one of the program from BPEC collaborate with Smart FM. Correct me if I'm wrong in my word. So because yes, this program is the English learning program, and we provide you to join with us to grab your confidence in speaking English. So if you don't know what the how to say in English, the
Yeah.
word in English, so do not hesitate. Just tell us. You can say the word in Bahasa because sometimes we mix both language. But before that, I almost forgot. We have Mr. Diaz here. As always, hi Mr. Diaz. And once again, we have Fikri
Hello.
and also Achang.
Halo
Yes,
Kak.
tonight we're gonna talk about one topic that you may have seen this topic before in our social media. That is a generation gap.
Yeah.
A generation gap. So, is it exist until now?
I think so.
Oh,
Yeah.
yes. You have
Yeah.
experience about this.
A lot of.
So yeah, okay. I want to know what is generation gap.
um, just call gap generation.
Hmm?
Yeah. For me, gap generation is the differences of opinions. The differences of opinions of a different generation, like belief, politics, and values, something like that. And I think this is a very interesting topic to discuss tonight. Yeah.
Okay. What about you? What do you think about this topic,
Okay,
Fikri?
this topic is very good to talk because talking about this topic, and also we are here also have a gap generation. Some of us from Generation Z and also some of us from millennials. So that's a very good topic to talk about. And also the gap generation means that the different traits or characters of every generation.
Mm-hmm.
So the gap generation itself exists because of the different environment. For example, Generation Z is very familiar with technology, internet, or something like that, that makes their behavior different from the previous era or generation, which is millennials. Because in millennials, people were not used to using like internet or something like that. That made both these characters of generation are totally different. That's all.
So the definition of this topic tonight, our topic tonight, generation gap, it can be used to describe the differences, yeah,
Yeah.
Yeah.
in action, in belief, or
Behavior.
anything behavior by members of younger generation
And
and the
older.
older one.
Yeah.
So, Achang, you are you generation Y or Z or X?
Which one is
Which
you?
one you? The younger or the older one?
Maybe. Hello, Ricky. Morning. Come here. Come
Yes.
Here.
Come in,
here.
please. Okay.
Come
Achang?
here.
Okay, maybe I am Generation Z because we can see technology and anything we can feel that now, and it is different what the parents feel because sometimes we can hear about that about this story. Sometimes my parents tell about when they going to school, and it is different for me.
Mm.
Okay, I think that's all.
Okay. So, we have to know what caused this generation gap. So, I want to ask you in the next session, but I want to say hi to our newcomer. Hi. Welcome
Hello,
again.
smart people.
Smart listener. Don't say it's smart people. Smart listener.
Smart listener.
Okay, just say
I'm
smart
sorry.
listener. Okay.
Okay. You wanna say
Who
first?
want answer it first?
Okay, maybe me first. So actually, the thing that I know that there are two generations. First is Generation Z and also Generation Y.
I know two, younger and older.
Oh, that's yeah, that's
The young and old
yeah, exactly. Yeah, you
generation.
know, the thing that makes both generations have gap or something like that is because the difference of environment. You know, right now we are very facilitated by a lot of simplification by internet, Google, computer technology, and etc. But then, in the past, people didn't have this kinds of thing. In the past, when they want to do something, they should work harder than people or the younger people nowadays. Maybe when we compare the speed of work will be done now and in the past, I believe that the things will be done faster when people work it or do it right now rather than in the past.
Mhm.
It is because the the modern of technology that day by day is getting higher uh, because of scientists or something like that.
Mhm,
And
mhm.
also, even though right now people or we call it Generation Z, or always have simplification by the modern of technology, but sometimes it influences the behavior of people nowadays. In
Mhm.
the past, people, even though people didn't have facilitation like what we have right now, but in the past people are very struggle, they are very spirit to do
Mhm.
whatever they want to do. But right now, even though we have a lot of facilitation that makes all of our activities be better,
Mhm.
but I believe that include me, I know that Generation Z is lazier
Mhm. Mhm.
than people, or we call it
Yeah.
Generation Y or something like that.
I got it. I
Yeah,
got it.
that's
But are you guys agree with this statement? Yes, the old generation, let's say, the baby boomer,
mm,
and yes, they was very how to say, they are more genius than our young generation right now. Are you agree with this statement?
Um, Actually, I'm not agree.
Mm-hmm.
Because because era by era, always there is like something like higher, higher, and higher, something like that. And we found many actually in the media that
Mm-hmm.
there is a peoples or children, they have a IQ more than highest than Albert Einstein, Galileo
Mm-hmm.
Galilei, and etc. Something like that. And I think the generation gap cause because this is only a different way of life.
Mm-hmm.
So as I know, there are five. I eight generation. As I know, there are five generation. They are traditional generation, or we call silent generation.
Yes, silent generation.
They was born on 92,
25.
8 until 1945.
Oh yes.
We call traditional, and after that, baby boomers. They was
Before our
born.
Independence Day.
Yeah, they was born on 1946,
Mm-hmm.
and after that we have a X generation,
Mhm.
and the maximum the X generation until they was born until 1981, 1980, sorry.
Mhm.
And Y they was born generation Y, they was born 1980
Mhm.
until 1996,
Mhm.
and
The 90s.
1997 generation of Z, something like that. And I think this is a happen because their way of life, and very very different the way of life right now, and past time, as Fikri say just now, that there is a technology now, and it's totally different, something
Mhm.
like that.
Mhm, mhm.
Okay.
So the way of life
Yeah.
that caused the generation gap itself.
Yeah.
So, but do you ever experience the how to say, the gap generation itself on in your daily life, maybe.
Sure.
Yes, you
Sure.
said before a lot of things.
Yeah, sure, sure.
that happen in your life.
Sure, because I spend my time every day. I interact with the all generation, traditional baby boomers, X, Y, and Z. I spend all my time with them,
Yes.
and every day.
Give me one example, please.
For example, um, with my parents, when I want to go to Moscow, when she looks me, it doesn't wear sarung. She's protest, hey, use sarung.
Yeah.
And I just comfort with jeans, because we are different. The way of life is different.
Yes,
So something like that.
That's a simple thing.
Yeah, the simple thing. Not
Yes.
only that, but actually many things.
What about you, Achang?
Actually, for me, it is different about the young and old people. It is attitude, right?
The attitude.
Yes. Sometimes we can see the current status quo right now. The people to how to say melapor in the teacher, right? And it is the teacher have a good I mean bermaksud baik,
Yes,
alright?
yeah.
And it is it is different between younger and oldest people. I think that's all.
The attitude.
Yes.
But your maybe the case that happened in your life, for example, that show us the generation gap itself still exists until now.
Betul. Right.
What?
It still exists.
Yes, it is.
Like Mr. Diaz before, he said yes, the different insight from his parents and him, as simple as when you want to when you want to pray, and his parents say you have to use sarung.
Yeah.
No, I want to use my own jeans. So in your life, in your daily
So
life.
in your life, and when I
Smart listener.
when I going with my friend, meet with my friend, and the parents should and the parents menyuruh ask me back in my home, because it is it is has tengah malam.
Oh, you have limited time
Yes,
to
I
back
have
to your
limited time,
house.
uh.
Yeah, something like that.
I think that's all.
Okay. So, what about you,
What
Mr.
about you?
Rancan.
Rifki?
Okay,
Rifki. I don't know. I forgot your name.
Rifki.
Rifki, yes.
you can call me Rifki. Fikri, Rifki.
What about
Some
you?
people change our name.
Actually, can you tell me repeat again
Oh,
the question?
the question. Okay. Just tell the story of your daily life with this generation gap. What
In
happened?
Gap
The
generation
example
gap.
of the
Okay.
example a case that happened in your life about this generation gap.
Actually, I have a case about that is how young people that I think more matter before the age. Like can every people that is from children, young and adult, they can have the same access, and especially in multimedia internet. I got a case from that is a young learner. We can access all out the same. Okay, Facebook will be access everyone, from the young, the children, young and adult, and maybe people that can access maybe. So that's what I mean. Will be change the mindset, the people to open it. Different. What is the meaning about zaman?
Period.
Era.
Era.
Different era, different technology.
Mhm.
So that this make us gap with the older people and younger people.
Mhm, mhm.
Actually, I'm not talking about the generation X, Y, W, W or what anything, but what happened now?
Yes, yes,
Yes.
yes, yes.
Like
Okay.
okay, we're not talking about like phone, iPhone 1, iPhone 2, iPhone 3.
Mm-mm.
That it will be different. Okay, but from the new era now, mm, we cannot. What's the name?
What?
Maybe you
have a Okay.
case in your daily life.
That's the case. The the children or young people can have this that again.
Okay.
I'm sorry,
Well.
my phone.
For example, Achang,
Yeah, Achang that it can think more matter from
yeah.
her hey.
Okay.
I see.
So, well, you have to think first what you want to say after this, but we have to
Actually, this
take a
is
break.
Really
Just say it in
heavy
bahasa.
topic.
Just say it in bahasa. So, beside the generation gap itself happen or exist in our daily life, sometimes also it can, how to say, it can bring the problems in the work environment,
Or
in
field.
your workplace maybe. Yes, the generation gap still exists. So how can we solve that generation gap? Welcome back again to Smart Up Your Life. This is our third session of our conversation, and our topic tonight is a generation gap. And sometimes generation gap is happen or exists in our workplace. So, are you guys have how to say the tips or the solution maybe to smart listener who how to say who are maybe right now being a victim of generation gap in the workplace?
Okay. Um, yeah. Here are some tips from experts
Mhm.
on how to bridge the workplace age gap. They are first is focus on similarities.
Yeah,
The basic
similarities.
approach is to focus on similarities
Mhm.
and not the differences between the various generation.
Oh yes.
Yes, and the second is keep communication open.
Uh-huh.
And the third is encourage mentoring. And the fourth is give value to seniors. And the fifth is set out expectations clearly. And for the first is focus on similarities. Yeah, do not see the different perspective in each generation. It means that we just focus to what we have same
Yes.
things.
Yes, the similarity.
Yeah.
Maybe one of them is yes, we have one vision.
Yeah, like
We
work
have-
hard,
yeah.
passionate.
Uh-huh.
That is similar actually. A vision, mission.
And we have Sam
Yeah.
work
Yeah.
job desk.
Yeah.
And yeah, we
Yeah.
can work together.
They are similarities, but the difference is maybe only style,
Ah,
something
yes.
like that. And the second is keep communication open. This is a very vital, very fundamental, because communication can make understand each other.
Yes, misunderstanding can happen.
Yeah, yeah,
Yes.
yeah. So communication need to make something like clearly, deep, and open. Absolutely.
Uh-huh.
And the third is
But no. I interrupt you. But sometimes
yeah,
the juniors or
Yeah.
the younger
yeah,
in workplace sometimes feel they like how to say lebih segan dan takut,
yeah, yeah.
more scary maybe more yeah.
We can't deny it.
Uh-huh.
That is the real. That is a fact. Because maybe the young generation consider their self is still how to say little experience
Yeah.
than a senior, and but actually this is only how to make approach and make build a close emotional approach with the senior, something like that, by communication, and of course encourage mentoring.
Okay.
Do not hesitate, do not doubt to ask or consultate with our senior, and yeah, something like that. And of course give value to seniors. It means that we appreciate, we are how to say, very welcome, and how to say, menghormati. Yeah, respect to our seniors. This is a very important respect, and these are values, I think. And the fifth is set out expectation clearly. And how can our expectation make it clear by our vision and mission with our seniors, and just make like a same assumption and vision and mission with them? Yeah. I think that is my interpretation about some tips from expert,
Yes,
from
that's
Google.
the 5 way to approach
Yeah.
a generation gap in workplace.
Sure.
Yeah. Mr. Diaz, thank you so much for explaining these ways to smart listener.
Anytime.
One thing one interesting things that I heard from you,
Yep.
that the third point, encourage mentoring. Yes, because I agree with this point, because mentoring enables individuals to meet, also gain direction, and
Yeah.
also learn
Yeah.
from experience of other individuals. So when we have mentoring from junior to senior,
Yeah.
maybe the senior itself felt maybe, yes, I respect it.
Yeah.
So the communication can be built,
Yeah.
and yeah,
Sure.
the work environment also can be better.
Sure.
So what about you,
Okay,
Fikri? If Mr. Diaz tell us about the workplace environment when the generation gap exists, what about you? How to say, in your environment as a student, the
Okay.
generation gap, I think
Okay.
it's really exists.
I always experience about the generation gap, even though I have never worked in work job fields yet, but I always engage with different generations. You know, in BPEC, not only we engage with Generation Z, but also we engage all the generations, Generation Z, Y, and etc. So the things that, I sometimes notice the why generation gap always exists. It is because both of them think that they are superior than another. For example, millennials or Generation Y think that they they are smarter than their another generation, because they think that they know a lot of technologies. They know how to control all of the technologies that exist right now. And also the another generation, like baby boomer, something like that, they think that they are better, they are smarter than people or Generation Z right now, because they think that they are born they are born before the Generation Z, and then they think that they have a lot of experiences rather than the Generation Z. So that is why I think the thing that, like Mr. Diaz stated before, that we have to open the communication. We have to work together, because we cannot deny that every generation has their own weakness and also strengthen. So the thing that we have to do is that we have to fix the strength, we have to fix the weakness each other, and also we have to benefit the strengthen that each generation has. For example, in Generation Z, even though I stated before that we are lazier than the previous Generation Z, but doesn't mean that we are more stupid than them. I
Yes.
think we are more genius than them. We can solve problems faster, and then better
Mhm.
than people in the past. But people in the past, like in the previous generation, even though I think that Generation Z are better and then are more genius than them, but they are a work harder. They can do many things, and then they never be tired faster than people right now. So that is why the thing that the previous generation, like baby boomer, should accept the ideas that Generation Z have, even though you think that you're smarter. But the thing that they should do is they should first consider is the idea that Generation Z has good or not, and then if that is good, they have to be like humble to accept it, and then they can work together to solve the problem that they have. So I think the problem will be solved better, faster when they are work together, because
Yes.
they have their own weakness and also strengthen. That's all.
Yes, such as the tips from Mr. Diaz said before, focus on similarity.
Yeah.
What the similarity from generation to generation. So I want to ask you, Achang. Achang,
Yes.
what do you think in your family maybe or in your social life? Do you ever do worse or the hardest, how to say, yang paling buruk, hal yang paling buruk that happened to your life because of this generation gap? Because we can't deny generation gap is create bullying.
Mm.
It's create bullying
Oh.
because yes, the seniors sometimes feel they
Senior.
have a superior or how to say,
Seniority.
Yes.
Junior.
Yes.
they have a privilege
Yeah.
to make any action to their juniors. So what do you think?
For me, I have some experience about senior and junior when I join in this my university. I join and I should to join about the how to say organization in this university, and I think it is good for me. But when I join, I can get impact. I get an impact about this. I have a
Bad impact,
Yes,
negative impact.
because when I how to say the cadre, I get a punch with my senior. I don't know what's wrong with me, but
My God.
it is I because we can see in the news sometimes sometimes there are many organization there are die, right? And I feel it is we should to change about the rule, senior and junior, and
Okay.
and because the key to this course is communication. It is very important. I think that's
Yes,
all.
the communication. The
Yes.
point is communication. Station of Smart Up Your Life, and we're still talking about generation gap. So, what do you think, Mr. Rifki? Do you have any conclusion about this topic?
Actually, I don't really have a conclusion, but I have a case from the Mr. Achang. Like in
That ever
Indonesia,
happened to you?
yeah, perpeloncoan, or we say in formal word is hazing, but in millennial word is bully. Yeah, from now, every people that is will be senior. Okay, I will use mindset from the past. What happened to me, I will do with my generation, like that. But like now, if you join some in another place, cannot think about we cannot think like that. But okay, if you are not understand, just ask your senior. Don't be a percentage, prestige. Uh, Jangan sungkan, like that.
Okay.
And the for focusan for specialist, this mentor or mentoring, that is always think like present with the opponent. Selalu what in Indonesian that is sungkan untuk bertanya.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, right.
Okay.
So that's me from young generation right now.
Mhm.
I get the conclusion, don't not pressure to know, like
Okay.
smart us.
Okay. Thank you. So next conclusion maybe from Mr. Diaz.
Yeah. I think for the conclusion for this topic tonight, generation gap means is actually gap is always exists every era, but we can minimize about this case by only do not see the different perspective each generation and open communication and close with them each other.
Mhm.
And I think when we close each other in different generation, I think we can work and run together and build our nation.
Okay.
Yeah, something
so,
like that.
thank you so much, Mr. Diaz. So, yeah,
Anytime.
accept the difference, build the communication,
Yeah.
make sure that the communication very open in
Sure.
every generation, and also prioritize the relationship
Yeah.
above the differences. So, the last one is vocabularies from from every one of you to share to.
I have a
smart listeners.
idioms.
Yes.
My idioms is bridge the gap. It means that overcome, menjembatani,
Okay.
setiap generasi, bridge the gap, and also stand in the gap. It means that expose oneself for the protection. Bagaimana seseorang kemudian memberikan proteksi atau perlindungan kepada dirinya seperti itu.
Okay.
Okay, I will
Next.
share 3 idioms in English that related to our topic tonight. The first one is every cloud has a silver lining.
Lining, silver lining.
Yeah, silver lining means that every life, every problems has their own benefit. Jadi
Okay.
setiap masalah itu ada hikmahnya. And the second one is easy come, easy go. Means that something that is easy to achieve will easy to go as well. Jadi
Okay.
sesuatu yang mudah didapatkan akan mudah pergi. And the last one is learn to walk before you run. Jadi bahasa Indonesianya belajar berjalan sebelum kita berlari. Jadi we have to do the things neatly dengan rapi and then generate it. That's all.
Okay. So, Achang?
Okay, maybe idioms I don't have, but I will share vocabulary and status quo, kejadian yang saat ini terjadi, and behavior, perilaku, and what to say, komunikasi. I think that's all.
Okay. Mr. Rifki?
From the smart listener, that is a really young millennial. This is, I think it's not all of you here, but my vocab is don't not presume to know. That's the meaning is jangan sok tahu.
Okay.
Okay.
Do not.
Do not presume to know.
Okay.
And that is, can we change again? The word is know it all. You
What?
can say do not know it all.
Do not knock.
Knock,
Do not
Do
know
not.
it all.
Okay. How to spell it in English?
knock,
Knock.
knock.
No.
K N.
K-N-O-W.
Oh
No.
no.
No,
No.
don't know.
Do not know it all. Oh, do not know. Don't know it all.
Yeah.
What does
So,
it?
More,
No.
this is more polite before presume to know.
Uh-huh.
Eh,
In Indonesia, in bahasa?
In bahasa just jangan sok pintar.
Oh, okay. Just.
That is. But in less level.
Oh, yes. Okay, I see. So, the last one?
Enough.
Oh, enough. Okay.
Enough. The meaning cukup.
Okay. So, thank you so much, guys, for coming tonight and for sharing vocabularies, idioms, and also your thought
Yeah.
to smart listener. Enjoy your night. And thank you so much, smart listener. Rifa Majid signing out. Bye.
Bye.